Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the Knife Center, coming at you from SHOT Show 2024. We're here at the Civivi booth to take a look at some new high-end knives and some more budget-friendly Civivi knives. Kyle, how are you, man?
David, nice seeing you.
Good to see you.
Thanks
as
for coming
well.
by.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, we'll start with the stuff. You're going to see it here right in front of me. First off, from this side to this side, the Wharncliffe Banter.
The Banter. We love it. We use it. It's snappy action. Now, we just gave it a Wharncliffe blade.
Feels good. And a contoured handle scale, too.
Contoured handle scale.
Yeah, so it's a little less blocky, which, like, the original was never uncomfortable. It always anchored in the hand quite nicely, but this is just to be a little bit nicer.
Yeah, exactly. And this will be kind of going across over. It's kind of like the updated version of the Banter, if you will. You will see this kind of up and coming on the normal Banter as well.
Okay. Obviously, we got burlap micarta here. Are there going to be other
There will be
available?
other G10,
Yep.
micarta, depending on kind of like what you'll see during the year.
And all hopefully with that contour?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
very cool. 20 CV blades
20
steel?
CV
Or no,
blades
sorry,
steel.
S35 DN on
S35
this.
is right
Yeah.
on Ben's blades. He always uses the S35.
Yeah, that's what the standard version is, of course. So you still got that 3-inch length. You still got that handle that gives you, despite it being a small knife, a real solid hold. All the more important on a very utilitarian blade shape such as this.
Yeah, same deep carry pocket clip with the recessed screws.
And reversible. Is that another change we might see being rolled into the standard line?
I believe so.
Okay, rock on. Very, very nice. Looks good. This particular combination of materials, I think, looks pretty fantastic.
And myself, I love the Wharncliffe blade. Very usable. I mean, we're all opening our Amazon packages and boxes. That Wharncliffe blade does a great job doing it.
Indeed. All right, next up, probably one of the most successful Civivi releases from last year.
Yeah.
Getting a update right here.
So we got the Quibbit with the update. That's like you said, 20 CV blade steel, titanium handles, and we got rid of the
no more hook, no more bottle opener.
No more little hook bottle opener
yeah.
going on. So it keeps it nice and
A
clean.
little classier.
Very classy.
Yeah.
Milled pocket clip.
Yep. I mean, the button lock action you guys do is so excellent. And I like the thing that I liked about the original so much was the slicing geometry of the blade, and you kept that intact here. 3-inch blade
with that
very
flat grind.
Full flat grind, very classy horizontal grain hand rub finish there. The full flat grind and super thin. I mean, this is just your pocket scalpel, basically.
Really is. It really is. I love the flat grind on there. Great EDC size for your blade shape, and then honestly, the ergonomics of the handle.
Yeah.
Right? It fits very similar, maybe like an Elementum, if you will.
Well,
so,
even similar to like the Banter we just looked at, it's a compact knife. You got a 3-inch blade, but you have got a full handed grip on that handle. It doesn't feel thin or shrimpy. There's enough length there and a neutral shape so that big hands, no problem. Small hands, definitely no problem.
Exactly. And button lock, we love it. It's fidget factor all day long.
Yeah. Really, really nice. And of course, in typical fashion, a couple different finishes.
Yes,
yeah,
for sure. You'll see a lot of different finishes on the titanium.
Very cool. All right, next up, this is the Harpin.
The Harpin, this was designed by Michael Birch.
I would have never guessed.
Right?
No, that looks great.
Another smaller knife, however, same deal. You can still get a nice purchase on that handle.
Yeah.
And some unique things on this one, right? You can look at that, the crosshatch
Like
that
the
we're
lattice
seeing there.
work going on, yeah.
Super sweet looking, and that's so
And
much.
that's a single piece, though. That's not a liner, right? That's actually the same part of titanium as this,
yes.
correct?
Yep. So it's all milled out, kind of like that, and it's like just a super fun design aspect that you've seen on, working with some of these designers.
Sure.
Right. Kind of you getting there, like a little spice inside of there.
Indeed, indeed. Materials on this one.
20 CV.
20 CV.
And then titanium on the handles.
Hollow grind on this, or is this just a prototype? Do you know if the finals will be hollow, or?
Oh, that's a good question. I wish I knew, but I believe this is how it will be.
Okay,
so
cool.
we'll have that hollow grind on there.
Very nice.
If it turns out flat, it'll surprise me.
And if it turns out flat, full specs will of course be on the KnifeCenter website. Very cool.
But yeah, super stout little blade, very small package, milled pocket clip. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Great little fun knife.
Indeed, indeed. All right, next up we've got the new versions of the Navo.
Yes.
Is it Navo or Navo?
I want to say Navo.
Okay, we're gonna say Navo
So
then.
Navo, this one, what we're kind of switching is up the scales.
Mm-hmm.
New scale variation, keeping this clean thing by Osap Hill. Very kind of like gentleman-y
It is
of
a
knife.
very clean design. It really is. Super snappy. I love the horizontal hand rubbed finish on it as well. I love the fat carbon going on. Or what is that actually? That's like an aluminum foil
Yep,
almost.
it's an aluminum foil carbon fiber.
Very cool. And just one example, a couple different fancier ones.
I believe there might be the gold version that we kind of see on some of our versions and stuff like that. So 20 CV blade steel, titanium liners. So you still keep that nice, clean,
That's the thing. Like,
materials.
Clean is the name for this design. It's got great svelte lines. It's gentlemanly, but it could still work hard. I mean, you've got a blade just over 3 inches.
Yes.
Full flat, thin enough, but not skinny, not shrimpy. Man, that's a fantastic everyday carry.
Yeah, that's honestly we all know that's probably one of Seth's favorite designs that we have out right now.
Very nice. And lastly, from the Wii side, the
Look at that monster.
OG. Yeah.
So we've done the Mini. Now this is on the original design that Peter Carey came up with, and so this is based off his full custom.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a full 4-inch plus blade length, and then still following the same design and ergonomics as the Nitro Mini.
Yeah.
Just in a full-size knife.
I mean, I was a big fan of the Nitro Mini, especially some of the color variations really spoke to me last year. So it's cool to see the bigger version. I've never actually experienced the full-size custom that it was based on, and it's probably the true for most of you folks out there too. So this is an opportunity for that.
Yeah, and I think it's awesome because you get that 4-inch blade, but I still think it's a thinner package than a big full-size blade.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got some girth, I would say. It has a full-fisted feel in the hand, but it's not super bulky.
Yeah.
The blade itself is not a big wedge of steel. Like, it's still a cutter. It's still a slicer.
Yeah,
Very,
super
very
stoked.
nice.
You're definitely going to cut some nice steaks with that one.
Oh, for sure. Great flipping action, as one would expect. Great thumb stud action as well. Just very, very cool.
Yep. So Nitro V on the blade, titanium as your sub, kind of like frame lock, and then you got your fat carbon on that scale.
I like the little dimpled texture touches on that pocket clip too.
Yeah.
Just like one more little detail to
Just
appreciate.
the details, we love them.
Fantastic. All right, so now that's the Wii's. We've got some Civivis to take a look at here. If your price range is a bit lower, how about this right here?
So this is a brand new design by Raphael Brzezinski. So one of Ostap Hill's friends.
Okay.
You just see him walking around there in the shows. Look at that kind of like Tonto. What do you call that? Samurai Tonto, right?
Well, obviously, even before, like, I know what the name is because we've got it back here, but it's very clearly it seems like it's crossing the influences of something like the Executive style knife with the Quaken style knife.
Yes.
And the name is the Quake with
And
a
the
Q
Quake.
at the end.
But
There it is. I mean, you can see all of that right there in the design.
Very sleek blade, really small blade, and when you close that, we'll check out that flipper tab. Woo!
So
Gone.
we just saw that on the Sendy, another
Correct.
Ben Peterson design recently, and it works really well. It's subtle, but it
Flicks out.
It grabs just as well as any flipper tab out there, and stays nice and clean and tucked away when it's open too.
Yep. So we're looking at Nitro V blade still, G10 liners. G10 scales, stainless steel liners, and we will see different variations, colors, stuff like that.
Deep carry clip, reversible. Yeah, man, hits all the marks.
All the goodies. A nice small package.
Yeah,
with some really fun design with that Tonto kind of Quakiness blade.
Indeed, very, very nice. All right, this next one we saw a little bit of last year, but now they're closer to completion, or closer to readiness.
Yep. So this is designed by Alan Elishewitz. D2 still, G10 on your little handle scale / pommel.
Your handle bit.
Your handle
piece.
insert. Yeah.
So if you're unfamiliar with the way this works, it's a 2-piece modular system. You've got the blade and you've got the handle, and as you can see, each one of these handles is different. We've got the ring and no ring on this one. Are they going to come in the package with both sets of handles? Do you know?
I don't know if that's been determined yet.
Okay.
So to be determined.
Okay. But I'm sure you'll be able to buy them separately.
Correct.
If you have one and want the other, you can get that. Drop point blade here, trainer. Here.
And
that's just very cool.
I kind of like, because obviously like your signet ring, kind of like the ring version, is going to be more tactical oriented, right? Training, self-defense. Now with that one kind of plain, I'd say it's like your camping one, right? Something you can you're going to go outside, go camping with, not so geared towards your self-defense.
I would even say even better is possibly an everyday carry fixed blade.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's slim. I'm assuming it's going to come with a Kydex sheath.
Yes.
So you'd be able to mount it a lot of places. You could carry it inside the waistband. This is not going to take up a ton of space. For outdoor use, ultralight hiking, I think would really appreciate something like this because you've got a full tang knife without the bulk.
Correct.
Very nice.
And using D2 still, so it's definitely going to hold up to some abuse.
Fantastic. The Various.
The various.
Very nice. And last but not least, we got one more, the Cairo.
Cairo using 14C28N on the blade, G10 and on the scales, and then stainless steel on your liners.
It's kind of a Civivi's greatest hits type of construction there. What we've come to expect because it's just been that darn good over time.
And look how snappy that is.
Great flipping action. Very defined finger grooves, but they don't feel like too small. Even if like I've got slightly larger fingers and it doesn't feel cramped or anything like that. That's always the potential worry, but that looks like it's going to be great.
And this one is in-house design. Definitely has a lot of different like futuristic or alien-esque type of like lines going on. These super sharp kind of drop point Persian blade going on, and some like very distinct handle lines as well.
Indeed. Very, very cool. Well, that's all we've got to show you right now. This stuff is kind of in the next wave of Civivi releases, so you should be seeing this stuff real soon. Keep an eye out on our YouTube channel here and our Instagram, of course, as well as the KnifeCenter New Knives page. You'll see it all of those places first. Kyle, man, thank you so
David,
much, man.
thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Appreciate your time. Make sure to check out the rest of our SHOT Show 2024 coverage.